Hi everybody and welcome. This is Chuck Boulais and that's me in the picture in the lower left hand corner of your screen there. Today I'm doing a video review on an upcoming product called Content Gorilla by Andrew and Chris Fox. And I am going to be speaking kind of quickly here because I have a lot to say about Content Gorilla, and this video may already go a little longer than I want, so please bear with me because there's a lot of good information in here and I really want to make sure I get it all out to you. Before we go any further, I want you to know that I'm not trying to sell you Content Gorilla by Andrew and Chris Fox, so you will not find an advertising link to the product down below in my YouTube video description. So guess what? You can put your money away right now. For those of you who've never seen one of my videos before, as I said, my name is Chuck Boulais, and I was out in the brick and mortar world of marketing for well over 20 years, and when I left that career, I did so to start my own business on the greatest landscape the world has ever known as far as entrepreneurship is concerned, the World Wide Web. I think the internet is the greatest place for someone to start a business today, but when I did that, I banged my head against the wall for well over a year, just trying to figure out the basics of online marketing, how to make money online, and where me and my personal talents and my skill set just might be a good fit. During that time, I invested an embarrassing amount of my own money from my own savings and retirement accounts, tens of thousands of dollars, just trying to build a business online, any kind of business, and learn how to break into making money on the internet. I ended up buying almost every kind of internet program, one-on-one coaching plan, and different online product launch that you can possibly imagine. And each and every one of them told me that I'd make thousands of dollars a month, and most of those products and programs almost always promised that I'd do so with very little effort on my part, maybe even with only 1 or 2 clicks of the computer mouse, or maybe even totally on autopilot. And that's not to mention the amount of time I lost studying and studying and studying every single product I bought and every piece of advice that was given to me by my personal coach. So what I want you to know is that I'm not an online guru. I'm not a member of any inner circle. I am a normal, everyday guy who's made mostly good decisions, but in all honesty, I've made my share of bad ones too. And after some bumps and bruises, my online business has finally taken off, and I've been seeing some really great results. Now, let me tell you that most of that success has come since I made a conscious decision to help people online as much as I can, and since I started doing these videos. And once I decided that even if I can keep just one person a day from making just one of the same mistakes I made, I think it'll all be worth it. Success will be mine, and that's because I truly believe that success comes to those who help others and who love what they do. Now, during all of that unbelievably long and expensive and somewhat painful personal research that I had to do out there, the most important thing I found out is that when you're looking into buying any type of product or program that's being offered for sale online, it's a business decision. So you're going to want to utilize your business wisdom and your business acumen, or else you're just going to end up being just another victim, and you're going to lose a lot of time and money, and I don't think any of us can afford to waste one single bit of either one of those valuable resources. Now, if you can remember to utilize that business wisdom and that business acumen of yours, and always keep in mind that just about 90% of program launches online are either really bad fits for people or their particular personal talents and skill sets. Some of them underdeliver on their promises. Others are just repackaged old products, and yes, still others are maybe even just out-and-out scams. If you can always remember that, you can save yourself a lot of time, money, and energy. Now, I'm not saying that Content Gorilla by Andrew and Chris Fox is a scam or a bad fit for anyone, not in the least. But I do want you to know a little bit about what you're getting into right up front so you can make an informed decision and you don't end up throwing money away at yet another product that's just not appropriate for you, and it leads you down a long, dark road that just doesn't work out for you, and you find yourself at yet another dead end, all that much more broke, and losing all of that precious time. So, what is Content Gorilla? Well, Content Gorilla is a new WordPress plugin developed and marketed by Andrew and Chris Fox that claims to be able to help you create totally unique content for your blog or article marketing in a new and never-before-used way. Content Gorilla includes its own training and content course platform to help you get started with the software and help you get your blog or other content ranked highly on all of the major search engines the first time and every time, something that is almost always very difficult to do. Content Gorilla is scheduled for release on Thursday, September 12, 2013, and there were some important things I thought you'd want to know about it before you decided to buy. I've bought and reviewed a lot of products like this before, and there are a lot out there, but most of the content aggregators out there are pretty cheap and don't do a very good job of replicating or generating good quality and generally readable content. Content Gorilla claims that it enables users to create engaging content that gets traffic, authority, and rankings in an ethical and white hat way by capitalizing on the fact that in the wake of Google Panda and Google Panda 2 and the other changes in the search engine's algorithms, everyone is starting to turn from traditional search engine optimization tricks like keyword stuffing and such to creating true, more engaging content for traffic, links, and rankings, and Content Gorilla will help you do this with only 1 or 2 clicks of the computer mouse or so they say, almost automatically or completely on autopilot. Seems like I've heard that one before. Oh well. Anyway, remember, in website search engine optimization, just like everything else you get in life, you get what you pay for, and I've never been convinced that point-and-click content aggregators work particularly well, certainly not in the long run, and often require extensive editing in order to make them at all legible to your subscribers, and I have always gotten better results by following all of the tried-and-true Google update-proof techniques of good content and well-placed, well-researched keywords. And remember, this is an online product launch, and it always comes down to the same thing every single time. Every single product launch, here's the sequence of events you need to prepare yourself for when you go to buy Content Gorilla. First off, the initial offer made to you to buy Content Gorilla is going to be pretty reasonable. Content Gorilla will have a starting price of $27, which, let's face it, is arguably a very reasonable price. But then, after you accept that initial lower offer to you to buy Content Gorilla, and now that you've already got your credit card out and all warmed up because you've already made that bold and actually pretty admirable decision to invest in yet another terrific sounding business tool, and you've filled in all of your personal information and already given them your credit card information, and you finally, if not hesitantly, click that Buy Now button, you're immediately hit with an additional offer. And these additional offers, by the way, these are what they called upsells. And then another offer after that, until the total cost Content Gorilla will be $121. Wow, that's quite a difference from the $27 you thought you were going to be able to get Content Gorilla for. And the truth is, you really do have to buy these additional offers, these upsells, in order for Content Gorilla to work the way you need it to work in the highly competitive online marketplace. Now, these additional offers, these upsells are there because developers don't think you'll buy their product right up front if they tell you the full price right away, no matter how good the product is or how confident they are in it. They know they've got you ready to buy their product sight unseen, you really need help to make money from home online, and that you need that help badly enough that you're willing to pay for it, so they don't tell you the actual price of the product right up front. They lure you in with a lower initial offering price, and then once you've got your credit card out and warmed up, and they've got you into that psychological buying mode, so they come back at you over and over until by the end of the whole thing, your head's kind of spinning, you have no idea all that you just bought, and you're not really sure why you didn't get it all from the outset anyway. All you know is you've got this terrible feeling in the pit of your stomach. You've just spent hundreds of dollars that you probably don't have, and you have a learning curve staring you back in the face that just seems insurmountable. Now, I'm going to let you in on a little secret here, a semi-secret technique that you should always try whenever you evaluate any product being offered for sale online. If you click off that initial offer, the very first one you're presented with, go ahead and try to click off that initial offer page, and you'll be immediately offered a lower price for Content Gorilla. $17, a savings of $10 less than the initial $27. This is called a downsell. And those upsells they'll present you with later on after you click on the initial offer, if you click off those upsells, you initially refuse them, you're going to be presented with a downsell for those additional products, those one-time offers at a much lower cost too. And those lower costs are actually the real cost of products like Content Gorilla. I wanted to make sure to mention the practice here for those of you who weren't aware of how prevalent downselling is in the online product launch arena. I only mention it here just to give you a heads up and let you know that you should always test for it on every single product that comes down the pike, and it really makes me feel bad for the person who doesn't know just how common a practice downselling is and doesn't prepare themselves for it and take advantage of the savings to be had. Just think of all the money they waste because they aren't aware of just how often developers use the practice of downselling. And if you've ever seen one of my videos before, you've heard me talk about this practice of downselling, reducing the product price if you try to start to walk away. I really don't like this practice, and it's something we all have to be prepared for on every single one of these new product launches. I think it's misleading, and it's unfair, and I really wish product developers would just tell you the price of the products right up front, and everybody in the industry does it, so don't blame Andrew and Chris Fox if they do it here. They didn't invent it, but this practice of downselling is a very old sales technique that's been around forever. I don't know if you remember those late-night TV commercials where they always said, buy 3 and save money, but it's certainly been proven to make it psychologically easier to get you to spend your money and spend your money and spend your money over and over and over. And it's going to sound like a great idea to buy Content Gorilla, but the fact of the matter is, it may not be a wise decision for you to spend this kind of money on another online product like this at this point, and you have to remember to use that business wisdom and acumen of yours to determine if it may just not be the best idea for you to buy into all the sales hype. Finally, and in all good conscience, and these guys are probably not going to be very happy at me for saying this, but I do feel I have to tell you that I have bought these kind of content aggregator system before, and I've even hired a one-on-one coach for over $10,000 to help me with my online business and content creation, and neither did me as much good as what I'm doing today for free. Wouldn't it be nice to just have to be able to forget about paying for all of these content creators and SEO services and SEO software programs and website development services and all of the other charges once and for all? What if you could forget about building a website of your own and have a proven sales funnel and capture page already done for you so that you can start making money faster and you never have to again deal with all of the upselling and downselling and sideways selling and product launches and what have you? Or what if you have a web page and a good content creation system, but you want to make more? Well, don't be discouraged, and certainly there's no need to be skeptical because there are many other and far less expensive and time-efficient ways to learn how to make money from home on the internet, and it can even be done in your part-time. After wandering around and buying just about every program and product that was being offered out there, like Content Gorilla, I finally found something that worked, didn't require me to run and manage any websites at all, and finally allowed me to say enough to spending money on any more of any kind of these online product launches, feeling like I had to read every one of those emails coming through my inbox daily about the latest, greatest, never-before-taught techniques of the week, or any more of those make easy money fast and easy schemes. Thank heaven. After spending all those tens of thousands of dollars of my hard-earned money, I finally found a program called Instant Payday Network. Now, don't worry, I am not going to ask you to give me any money. That's a promise. So don't go away, and please put your money away because you don't need it, and here's the big surprise. I don't want it. What I'm going to tell you about is 100% free. And right about now, you're probably saying, come on, Chuck. You're just trying to sell me into your program, just like everybody else out there does. And I'm going to tell you that no, I'm not selling you anything. I am trying to tell you about this phenomenal opportunity, but I'm not selling you anything because what I want to tell you about costs $0 and 0 cents. Instant Payday Network is free. Unlike the other programs out there that come out, like Content Gorilla, this program is free. It's not $27, it's not $47, it's not $137, it's not even $1. So I'm not selling you anything. Now the way Instant Payday works for you is very simple. You get compensated $58 whenever anyone comes into Instant Payday and completes the free program. Now, the system was created by a guy by the name of Jeff Buchanan, and you can see his picture right there. He's pretty much an ordinary guy. I've met him, I know him, and he is a really good guy, and he's very, very smart. Jeff's system, the way he set it up, he actually has no buy-in fees or upfront costs whatsoever. There's 0 website fees, 0 maintenance fees, and there are no hidden fees later on. There are no upsells after you get in. Once you're in, it's still free. You don't need to learn how to set up a website, how to blog, how to do SEO, how to create content. You don't need to know how to do any of that stuff, folks. It's really that simple. Now, I do want to put your mind at rest about a few things. Instant Payday is not an MLM. So those of you that have been burned by the multi-level marketing business model, rest easy that Instant Payday is not an MLM. You don't have to bug your friends and family like you would say with Amway or Avon or Nutrisystem or all of those other companies that were also inundated and pressured to sell for. There's no cold calling. You never have to pick up a telephone and call some unsuspecting stranger that you've never met off a list that maybe you had to buy, and you certainly don't ever have to go out and see anyone face to face. Ever. And there's no product or inventory to ship. So what do you get with the Instant Payday Network, ladies and gentlemen? Well, you get a free, complete, turnkey marketing system. And that marketing system includes your choice of not 1, but 3 complete free capture pages. And each one of those capture pages has a tested 35 to 50% conversion rate with no website hosting fees either, nor is there any kind of content creation, search engine optimization, or any other kind of maintenance needed. You get a free automated sales funnel so that all of your referrals and all of your leads are funneled directly to you. No one else gets them. No one else sees them. You get a free email autoresponder, and you get all of the free training you need to start making money right now. And oh yeah, did I mention that it's 100% free to get started? Now, I do want to go back and talk a minute about this capture page, the one with the tested 35 to 50% conversion rate. If you had to purchase this tested capture page somewhere else, it's going to cost you $25 to $30 a month just in website hosting fees. And if you wanted to have one designed, built, and tested for you by a professional so that it was as effective as the one Jeff gives us for free, that'd be about $200 a year. The email autoresponder, if you had to purchase that on your own, that by itself would cost you about $50 a month. If you went with a company like Aweber or Constant Contact or any one of the hundreds of companies out there that you have to spend all that time researching in order to determine which one was best for you. And that's not to mention how long it would take you to learn to set it up and make it run as effectively and efficiently as this one. But Jeff's already done all that, and he provides it to us for free. He's written all of the product introductory emails, all of the follow-up marketing emails, and he's put them in that autoresponder so that they're all sent out automatically at the appropriate intervals. You don't even have to write an email with the Instant Payday system. Jeff does tons of video, audio, and written training here himself, and that training is excellent. It's second to none. He'll take you from the ground up and teach you the basics to the advanced techniques of all online marketing and the best and fastest ways to capitalize with this system. And he's not going to charge a dime for any of that either. In addition to that, you get personal access to me. I'll help you with your training, and I'll coach you, and I'll support you personally, and that's because I really want to build a great team and help my people out. Once you sign up and qualify for the Instant Payday Network system, I give you my phone number and my personal email address, so you're not just left out there twisting in the wind and having to fend totally for yourself. And I can assure you that I'm not going to charge you anything, and I'm always available within just a few hours of your contacting me. Why am I always available? Because I love what I do. I love Instant Payday Network, and I'm grateful for what it's done for me. This is a free system that you can do at home, ladies and gentlemen. You can even do this in your part-time if you'd like. I'm personally making over $5,000 a month with Instant Payday Network after just a few short months in the program, and I personally know people making over $10,000 to $20,000 a month. Now remember, the reason why Instant Payday Network stands alone from the other programs out there is because it costs nothing to join to get started. Zip. Nada, zilch, and you make $25 to $58 for each person that signs up for free offers. The other great thing about Instant Payday Network is that you're paid your money from multi-million-dollar corporations. This is all part of their huge advertising budgets that they've allocated and set money aside for just this kind of advertising, and that means that you don't have to rely on the average internet product developer dude to put his hand into his pocket and give you money whenever he remembers or thinks about it. And this type of compensation system means that you get paid daily with the Instant Payday Network. I get paid every day with Instant Payday. So the question I guess I have for you at this point is, should you spend money for Content Gorilla or any other online product for that matter, when you could actually do Instant Payday for free and get the free capture page, the free sales funnel, the free autoresponder, and the free exclusive training, and do Instant Payday for free? Sometimes making money can be simple. I don't think we have to overanalyze this one too much. If you know of another program online that's free to get started, a program that has the potential to make you as much as $10,000 to $20,000 a month without building your own website or search engine optimizing it or finding content for it, I would encourage you to go for it and embrace it, my friend. On the other hand, if you can't find a program like that online, you just found one. I encourage you. You don't have to pull out your wallet and spend money on yet another expensive program ever with untested, untried, or unsure promises. You have an opportunity right here to get started finally making some real money online. You can start making money within 24 to 48 hours, and all you have to do is click the link right below my video. Right below this video, there's a link on the left-hand side in the video description. You won't be disappointed. Go ahead and click one of the links there right below this video. As a matter of fact, I put 2 or 3 links down there. Right below the like symbol, that thumbs up symbol YouTube gives you, you want to look for the link that says dignityrestore.com, because that's what I want you to do. I want you to restore your dignity and start making money online the way you deserve. Get into and work the Instant Payday program. You won't regret it, I promise. So go ahead and click the link. Give yourself a break. Click the link below and I'll see you on the other side.